Hey guys, I'm Alana from Win Win, and as you know, my background is mining and I love helping people to get mining jobs. We have lately been getting a ton of people though who are asking, all right, I want to leave the industry. What's another job that I could potentially go into where I could still be earning a ton of cash? And today, my guest is coming on to talk about government jobs. She is a specialist. Her background is mining, and then she went on into government jobs. So with me today is Amanda Gooddy. Amanda, thanks so much for coming on. How's it
Thank
going?
you. Hi, everyone. And I am so thrilled to be here because I love talking about government.
Right. And I love talking about people who love talking about stuff, but especially that's going to benefit our audience and our job seekers. So, Amanda, tell me about you went from working in FIFO to then working in government. How did you find that transition? Why did you make it? And yeah, just go for it.
Okay. So I wanted so I knew that my course had come to an end. My course had come to an end of working in government. I knew that was sorry, my time had come to an end working in FIFO. I was starting to get stressed. I was starting to not enjoy it. And I knew that I needed to be grounded. I knew that I needed some stability. Um, where I was based in Queensland, I knew that I wanted to have some structure and I knew that I wanted to have stability. I was going from a really high paying job. I needed to have stability. So the one thing I was really looking for is something that provided me with stability. I wasn't looking for a casual contract. I wasn't looking for a casual arrangement. I was really looking for stability. So I went into, because I was a former camp manager and I was former utilities worker, I actually went into a facilities management in my local council. So that was a really great door into government. That was an entry level position into government. And that then set me on my trajectory to really kind of climb the ladder very quickly and be in, getting paid six figures within 4 years.
Amazing. And government jobs, people might get the wrong idea. It's not just Prime Minister of Australia or Premier. They're different levels. So talk about the different levels that people, if you're coming from, let's say, mining background, you might want to consider getting into.
So first we want to look at, there's a couple of different aspects to this. We've got various different types of government. So we've got our local government, which is your council. So your council is going to have positions like administration, customer service. They're going to have some positions in grounds and parks and gardens. They're going to have higher positions in project management. They're going to have technical roles. They're going to have financial roles. They're going to have project manager positions. So that's kind of at your local government. They look after the local area and make sure that is operating effectively. Then we have our state government. So our state government looks after, our major kind of state operational matters. So when there's a disaster, they'll look after that. When there is national parks, they'll look after that. They also look after, bringing people into the into the state to stimulate the economy. They work in various different aspects like that. And there's different jobs within there. They have entry level right up to senior positions paying $250,000 a year as well. Our federal government obviously has our services for all of Australia. So think things like our intelligence agency. We have our Centrelink, our Medicare, our Department of Children Protection and things like that. So there is a whole range of different opportunities. Now, with our government agencies, there's also those contracted positions. So we have our positions that, we have so our local government might need a whole range of plant operators to be able to deliver road services. So we're going to be able to have those opportunities. Our local government might need a whole range of administration staff to be able to manage the customer service and things like that. So that's kind of the tiers of government and how they work.
Right. And how would I go about becoming Prime Minister? I'm
Uh,
joking.
okay, great, because I'm not going to answer that.
Okay, right. So they're very relevant to mining jobs. And how hard are they to get one of these jobs?
Look, without experience, depending on the level. All right. So it's the same as mining. You know, there's going to be entry level positions. And the key to any role is being able to demonstrate that you can actually do the job. Right. So we don't necessarily need 100 tickets. We don't necessarily need a big course in this. What we need to be able to do through the application process is demonstrate that we can actually do this job and provide evidence of how we've done this job before. So if I am someone that is coming from site and I have, let's take me for example. So as a utility person, I was making sure the camp was operating okay, reporting maintenance. I was, managing, chemicals and things like that. When I go into and I apply for an entry-level position into the local government, I was able to demonstrate that I knew facilities management, I knew maintenance, I knew preventative, I knew risk. I was able to demonstrate that I was able to report issues, I was able to escalate issues and things like that. So while there is some areas of government that will love you to have background in government, it's not necessary for most of the roles. We just need to be able to demonstrate.
Amazing. And talk about some of the benefits of government jobs versus FIFO jobs.
Job stability is one. Job stability is absolutely one. You are, when I say job stability, I guess I mean for those that are on contractual arrangements. You're also going to be home every night. All right. So you're going to be able to take your kids to daycare or school every morning, and you're going to be able to pick them up in the afternoon. You're going to have a thing called carers leave. All right. So this is ideal for any parents out there. When daycare calls you or school calls you and tells you that your kids are sick, you're not actually going to have to be torn. You can actually go and pick up your kid, work from home if you need to, or take carers leave so that you don't actually have to worry about that. You're going to have a ton of leave benefits. So you're going to have study leave. If you want to do some study, you're going to be paid to study, or you're going to have some time to be able to off your weekly or fortnightly schedule to be able to have a study day. You're going to have sick leave. You're going to have paid parental leave for men and women. You're going to have maternity leave. So there's a whole range. And the other thing that I love, especially, this is great if you love personal and professional development, you're going to be able to be paid for this. So if you say, right, I know that I need to do some presentations in my job, but I'm not actually very confident in speaking, I'm going to choose a course where I can go and learn how to do public speaking, and that's going to be paid for, and that you're going to be able to build your skills like that. The other thing is your paid leave at home, and being able to be at home with your family every night.
Amazing. And annual leave, is it still like how many weeks annual leave would you get on average? Obviously, it would be different per job, but ballpark.
4 weeks on average. Yep. Oh, the other one is you're looking at around, depending on which one, but you're looking at around anywhere between 15 to 17% super.
Amazing. That was just my next question. So yeah, great. And working from home opportunities, are there many in the government sector?
So this is actually the really exciting part, is most. When I say most, I'm saying that most government agencies now will actually have work from home conditions embedded into the contract, which means that you are contractually able to do 2 or 3 days work from home a week. Amazing. So this is government's way of recognizing that there is that need and that you can do that. So most your local governments are probably the ones leading that, and then your state governments also have that as well, but your federal government is. So there is absolutely that full-time work from home there is, and that's probably more likely your APS, which is your Australian Public Service, which is your federal government role. So there is positions, and we can go through and talk about where to find these if you want.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's talk money. Obviously, the jobs will be different and the salaries will be different, but talk about the different levels and amounts of money that you can earn in these jobs.
So first of all, let's talk about there's three different levels per level, three different increments per level. So our entry levels is our level 1 to 3. you know, level 1 to 3. Level 1 would kind of be like a graduate internship, you know, someone that's never kind of had a job first. Level 3 is what you are wanting to do to get your foot in the door and wanting to do to kind of get your foot in the door quickly and go, right, I'm prepared to do this. You might be overskilled for this, you might be overqualified for this, but this is a really great way to be able to get in. Level 3 can start at around $60,000, which isn't much, but remember, we are having that foot in the door and we are going up and we're home every night. Level 5, so we have a level 1, we have a level 2, right up to you know, level 7. In that level 3, and in each of our levels, we have an increment. So we'll start on, say, $60,000 a year, and we'll go up to $62,000 a year the next year. We'll go up to 63, or whatever's arranged in the EBA agreement. So you'll have a pay rise every year. Once you reach that cap of the third year, there is no more, unless it's an agreement through the EBA. So now we go up to level 5, and level 5, you're starting at around 75,000 up to around 90,000. Now, if you're in local government, you're also on a 9-day fortnight, which means you are having a 3-day weekend every second weekend, right? So if you're at the top of the ranks at a level 5, you're getting paid $90,000 a year and you're having a 3-day weekend every fortnight.
Sign me up.
Your level 7s, your EL1s, you know, depending on this, is starting around about 110,000 up to around about 125,000. And that is, you know, your level 7 is, you probably want to be having demonstrating a bit of government skills there. You know, it's, you know, you want to be able to demonstrate, unless you're in a technical role, you probably want to have a little bit of experience. So what I did is I actually went from a level 3 entry level, going from a village manager. I took the sacrifice, I took the risk. I knew that I needed to what I wanted, and I knew that I could climb the ladder. I knew that there was a lot of career progression. That's one of the other benefits, is the career progression. I knew that that was there. I took the risk, I bit the bullet, and I went, right, I'm going to give up this cushy wage. I went on to $60,000. Within 12 months, I was a level 5, so I got a $20,000 pay rise. And then within another 2 years, I got up to the $110,000.
Amazing.
So,
And
yeah, great career progression and professional development. All of the skills that led me to the level 7, I was able to really kind of transfer into, the training that I did, I was able to demonstrate that then in the level 7 when I went for it.
Amazing. And obviously, right, a big part of the win-win business is we've been writing resumes forever, and we have done quite a few government resumes. Coming from you working in there, and obviously, you know, having a look at the different resumes that come in, and also seeing mining resumes, what would you say the key skills and experiences are that need to be emphasized on a resume if you're going for a government job?
So you need to read the position description very carefully. This is, you know, for mining positions, you're not necessarily going to get a position description attached to the job. With a government job, there's generally going to be a position description attached, or they're going to lead you to where that can be seen. There is some mandatory requirements and there is some key requirements. The mandatory requirements are the ones that we need to, in our application and in our cover letter, we need to say, this is what we can do, right? This is where we can say, all right, I was working in facilities management in here, and this is what I did, and this is how I meet those key kind of things. If you are, so most of them will need a driver's license, depending on where you are located. And then it is some of that demonstrated experience in customer service, demonstrated experience in project planning, demonstrated experience in plant operations, you know, or if you are looking at some of the more technical roles, there might be a certificate in there. But it's really about transferring the skills. And look, government applications are actually a little bit more tricky, because we need to be able to demonstrate it. We also need to make sure that we're going to, you know, be really elevated through the applicant tracking system. So we need to make sure that we are in the correct format. We're keeping to the word count. This is very, very, very important with government applications. Government applications will not like 4 pages of cover letters and selection criteria. We want to keep it synced. We want to keep it really impactful, and we want to keep it really punchy and within those kind of parameters.
Awesome. And where do you find all these government jobs?
Okay, so first of all, with our local government, let's start at the bottom of the hierarchy. We're going to just look up. So for example, if you're in, say, Rockingham or in WA, you know, you're going to look up your local council and you're going to look up their careers. Keep an eye on these because they're uploaded usually once a week, you know, generally on a Friday or generally on a Monday. So you want to just keep an eye out for those. Our state government jobs. Now, each state will have their own website. Now, this is different to Seek, so keep this in mind. They're not always going to be advertised on Seek. They're going to be kept on the government site, depending on the role. So for WA, we're going to put the link of this into the description, which is www.search.wa.gov.au. We'll put it in there. And that is where you're going to find the state positions for government positions in WA. Keep in mind also there's environmental positions, you know, like if you've been working in the technical geo field and, you know, you've been working out on sites and doing surveying, there's so many positions that you can go into in government in this as well. And then for federal government, you're going to have all of the jobs listed for the whole of the Australian federal government listed on the APS website. So this is aps.jobs.gov.au. And the best thing about this one is you can actually search your location, you can search the wage bracket that you wanted, but you can also select if you want flexible working conditions. So if you want to be able to work from home and that's a non-negotiable for you, you can do that. So you can do that on all of these as well. So that's where you'd start. And yeah, that's my kind of, you know, feedback on where to look for them.
And what is the best advice that you have for somebody who's potentially wanting to transition, let's say, from the mining industry into a government job?
Making sure your application is spot on, without a doubt, and making sure that that is, whether you engage the services of win-win or whether you engage, you know, like making sure that you're able to really articulate that demonstrated experience in a really punchy and powerful way.
Definitely. I've found
and
as well.
concise way.
Yeah, government applications that I've done and selection criteria that I've written for our clients. Oh my God, I hate writing those, but they just need to be so spot on, and they're so different from a mining resume where it's just, look, this is what I've operated and this is the safety stuff, as opposed to these are the KPIs that I've achieved and the benefits for the company financially, etc., that I've facilitated.
Correct.
So
Yep.
yeah, there are massive differences. So Amanda, anything else that you want to touch on with this?
No, as you know what, actually there is. As someone that has gone, yes, there is going to be a level of scrutiny or a little level of hesitation as to, oh my God, I'm going to go work in government. Look, if you can leave a lot of your preconceived kind of thoughts at the door, government is a fantastic career, especially if you want to have career advancement. It's a fantastic career. It's secure. It's filled with lots of benefits. However, in the same regard as FIFO, it's not for everyone. But if it's something that you want to be at home every night with your kids, you see that there's a great opportunity within an organisation close to you, then by all means, absolutely do it. I've spent, close to 15 years in total in government, and it was one of the best things I ever did.
Amazing. And for you watching at home right now, you're hearing it first right here. Win-Win is officially going to be opening up a government branch within the business. We have had so many queries from candidates wanting to make that transition out of the mining industry and into a secure, high-paying job that we are now going to be hitting it hard and helping you to get a government job if that's what you want, or a FIFO job, or basically any job that you want. Amanda is now officially on the team as our government expert. So you're going to be seeing a lot more for her. Yay, Amanda, welcome to the team. Great. So Amanda's going to be bringing her 15 plus years of experience and also her mining experience as well to be working with candidates like to help you to achieve your goals. So of course, if you need help getting a mining, a FIFO or any job, contact our team at info@winwin.com.au. Down the bottom of this, we're going to be putting the links that Amanda just said, so you can potentially go and look at getting a government job. And yeah, Amanda, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks, and looking forward to chatting to everyone.
Hell yes. Bring it on. All right. So thanks for watching. If you need any more information, contact our team. Simple as that.